So, if you're in my live, basically I want to do this video. I just want to have a moaning session. I want to have a real ranting, moaning session. The title of my live is I'm Lonely and People Do Not Like Me. Okay? So, people do not like me. Okay? And people have never, ever liked me. Okay? From the time I can remember, people just do not like me. Okay? And they don't need a reason. They don't need a reason to not like me. Okay? They just don't like me. Okay? I've come to that. I'm 45 years old. Okay, I've come to that conclusion. Another thing, I have a lot of anger. Not anger, frustration. I have a lot of frustration. And it's very much here in my solar plexus. For a long time, I've had a lot of gripes, you know. I had a lot of issues, okay. I've got a lot of issues. I've got a lot of stuff going on in my head that I need to, I want to talk to somebody about. Actually, I've been thinking about having counselling or therapy sessions because there's a lot of things I'm really not happy about in my life. Yeah, and I really need to talk to somebody about these things. I used to attend, well, I attended one session many years ago at a church that I know. They do counselling sessions for £10. And I think the last time I went to book, and they do 6 sessions per session. And the last time I went to book, I think there was a waiting list. So I just dropped that. But I've just went to contact them again. And I don't know if it's the same organisation, but now they used to charge like £10 per, it was either a half-hour session or an hour session. But now they're charging like £105 per hourly session. But I don't know if that's the same organisation. I need to look into it. What I'm finding is that, you know, obviously you want counselling, you want therapy because you want to speak to somebody in person, you know, about your concerns, about issues, about things that's going on in your life. But there's another company I found, and you have to, all this online booking, you have to tell half your life story with one of these online booking forms, and then they charge like £25 per session. They said they charged £10 per session. When I went to actually book a session, it was actually £25 per session. And I don't know the reason why I have to do an online assessment. Obviously, because if you want counselling, then what you want to talk about is supposed to be private and confidential. And I don't know how private and confidential it's going to be if you're having to disclose what your concerns are online. You know, so I really don't see the point in that. The point in doing counselling or therapy is that you want to speak to somebody in person. So why they have these online assessment booking forms, I really don't know. Obviously, why you can't just turn up. I don't understand why you can't turn up and then your first session in person, that could be your assessment session. So that straight away just puts me off, you know. And yeah, 2 companies I found like very similar things. So, oh yeah, then with the NHS, I've spoke to my doctor and they keep referring me to Healthy Minds, and I haven't gone along to speak to them. And I've let the doctors know that I prefer to have social prescribing rather than being referred to Healthy Minds. And the last time I was supposed to have an appointment with social prescribing, the consultant, the prescriber, he was at the wrong GP surgery. I turned up for my appointment and I was waiting for about an hour, and then the receptionist was like, "Oh, sorry, we do apologise. He's not at this surgery, he's at a different surgery." So I had to say to her, well, I did ask on the telephone before I got here if he's definitely at this surgery. And she was like, yeah, sorry, we do apologise. We know you did ask, but no, he's not here. He's actually at the other one, and he'll call you. Well, he said he'll call you back. And basically, he hasn't called me back. So, and that's about the 2nd or 3rd time he's done the same thing. The same prescriber, he's done the same thing. So, you know, just seems like a big waste of time. Yeah, I'm trying to get counselling and it's just like being ignored. Yeah. So, what's prompted me to do this video is basically I've been doing agency work on and off, yeah, for many years now. So, and I've been working with this particular organisation recently, agency work. So agency work, it's like they call me in an emergency, you know. It's like day to day. One week I could be working 2 days in the week, another week I could be working 1 day in the week. So 2 weeks ago I was called in 2 weeks consecutively, and then last week the company they've not called me in the last week and this week, and it's getting me a bit concerned because I'm thinking, well, you know, are they going to call me in for work? Because the work that I'm doing at the moment is quite convenient because I got to do the school run in the morning, I got to do the school run in the afternoon, and you know, it's flexible hours where they can work around me, you know. If I can do a booking, I'll just let them know, yeah, I'm available for that day, or I'm available for that booking. If I can't do that booking, then it's just like that, then I'm not available, you know. So it's very convenient like this at the moment. Sometimes, some days I may finish at 4 o'clock, some days I may finish at 1 o'clock, some days I may finish at 2 o'clock. So it easily fits into my schedule. So, and it's casual work. In other words, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's casual. It's casual work. So it's convenient for me at the minute. Because it fits in with the school run. So if they're not going to call me in to work, then I can't just sit around in my yard just watching daytime TV. I really can't. I'm really over it. I'm over daytime TV. I'm over most things in this life, in this world. Yeah, I'm over it, and I'm done, really. Yeah, I'm really done. So, and that's what the live is about. I've had to email my consultant this morning and ask her, you know, are there any issues, you know, or a booking was just slow at the moment, and she hasn't got back to me at the moment. So, and I don't know what's going on with work in general and my career in general. That's why I've titled the live, I'm lonely and people don't like me, okay? I've never had a solid job, okay? I've just had my job centre appointment today, okay? And I've let the lady know I'm 45, I need proper work. Okay, I've got my qualifications, I've got my experience, I've had some issue with my DBS that's just messed me up, yeah, that's slowing me down, okay, but I do not intend to give up, which is what I feel like this UK country wants me to do, is to give up, okay. I'm not going to let one tiny blip in the road F up my whole system, okay? It's not going to happen. I'm old enough and I'm young enough, okay? I've still got life in me. I've still got health in me. I've still got my brain, my mind, you know, my enthusiasm, my willingness. So I don't see why I should just give up. But my point is that any job that I've ever done has only lasted, realistic. Most of the jobs I've done, most of my employment has been agency work. So if you don't know what agency work is, it means temporary. It means you're called in as and when you're needed, okay? And if you're not needed, then you can bugger off home. We don't need you, okay? This is agency work. Most of the work I've done my whole life has been agency work, or temporary work, or like temporary contracted employment. And the more full-time roles that I've had have only lasted maybe 3 months, and then the manager or whoever is just finding some reason or excuse to not keep me on. I wouldn't say get rid of me, because I've never officially been sacked from any job, but they just make it clear to me that they don't want me to return. Okay, so, and I'm very competent when I'm at work, very competent, I'm very professional, I'm very good at my job, okay? But this is what I'm finding, and this is why I've just come to that conclusion that when I'm at work, whoever just does not like me, okay? They just do not want me in that job. Just prefer to see somebody else in that job rather than me. They just do not like me, okay? People just do not like me, okay? And I'm tired of offending, okay? And I'm tired of other people's pretense as well. I'm tired of the fakery. I'm tired of being fake. I'm not tired of being fake. I'm done, okay? I'm done with being fake, okay? We're in the UK, so yeah, this is the chat for the day. I'm lonely, yeah? People just don't like me, okay? Whether it's friends, or so-called friends. If it's when I go to work, people don't like me when I go to work, okay? In relationships, the boyfriends I've had, they've just been fake, okay? They just pretend they like me, or they like maybe something about me, maybe they like my physique, okay? But they don't like me, okay? The person that I am, you know? My intellect, you know? My goals, my aspirations, who I am as a person, they don't like me, okay? They just keep breadcrumbing me. And I'm done with the breadcrumbs. I had enough of the... I'm having a rant about why I'm lonely and why people don't like me. I don't know why people don't like me. They just don't like me. Okay, and they come up... The thing is, they come up with every single excuse, reason not to like me. Okay, they don't like my face. They just don't like me, okay? People don't need to like me. They don't have to like me. To be quite frank, I don't like people. You know, I don't like 90% of people. So they don't have to like me. You know, there's no obligation to like Marcia Sparks. You know? But what it is, I have spoke about the fact about nearly 20 years ago, right? 15 years ago, yeah. I had CBT. CBT is cognitive behavioural therapy. So I used to have CPN nurse who would come to see me every 2 weeks. And I had a psychologist at one stage. I used to have to see her as well. And every, like, I don't know, say every 4 weeks, I used to have to go to this centre where all the people who had mental health issues it was like a social thing for everybody on the same programme, yeah. I used to have to go and see them there. Well, I didn't have to, but I used to go and see them there. And as I've said, you know, in some of my other videos, they would always ask me these random questions. I have these random chats. Actually, this was with the actual psychologist, not the CPN. And one time she was like, what did she say? She said, I was telling her about her experience that I'd had, and that I was feeling that I was going to this place, this community group thing, and I can't remember word for word what I was saying, but my point was that I was feeling like people there, they just didn't like me. Yeah. And she said to me, she goes, Marcia, she goes, do people have to like you? Do people have to like you? You know, which really, you know, when somebody asks you a question, you've never heard somebody ask you this before. So it just totally opens up your whole perspective. You're like, it's like you have to give your head a shake and you go, oh, well, okay, my perspective's just been opened. Okay, let me think about this one then. You know, that was the effect that her question had. Oh, Marcia, do people have to like you? So I had to sit there and I was like, I had to really think about her question, you know? Do people have to like me? And I was like, obviously, I know. People don't have to like me, you know? Nobody has to like anyone. We're not obligated to each other for any reason, you know? So I was like, I said, no, people don't have to like me. I said, but what it is, whether somebody likes you, if they don't like you, we at least should be given respect, okay, as a human, you know, as human being, we should tolerate each other and give each other basic human dignity and respect, you know, as a fellow human. That's not what I said to her, but basically I said to her, nobody has to like me, but I didn't expect from a stranger, someone who doesn't even know me, okay, the level of hate directed at me. Okay, and I think what it is, what I was telling her about was to go along to this group thing, and I was explaining to her how this gay guy was coming up to me and he was all in my face and he was all like, oh, you know what, Marcia, the people here, yeah, they were talking about you behind your back, and you know, in that scene when you're wearing that big fur coat, yeah, you didn't know actually that what was supposed to be happening is, you know, you're supposed to be getting stabbed in the back, yeah, but the thing is that you just have to keep getting back up, yeah, and all of this. And it was the way he was coming in my face saying this to me, I could tell the way he said it to me was like he really wanted to hurt me, you know, or disturb me. You know, maybe I was too confident, maybe I was too black, my skin was too brown, you know, and I was looking too good and I was getting too much attention, you know, and it's like he wanted to disturb, you know, that confidence that I had, you know, and attention that maybe I thought I was getting to, you know, bring in that paradox to make me, you know, rethink and reassess, you know, the whole situation. Like, oh, I'm going there to have fun and thinking, you know, I'm enjoying myself with these people, but actually these people, do you know what they're saying about you know, behind your back? You know, so this comment, it really bothered me, you know, at that time, you know. So, as I said, I used to have to go and speak to my psychologist and whatever else, and, you know, I was telling her all about this, and this was her response. And I said, you know, do people have to like you? I said, no. People, yeah, they don't have to like me, but I don't expect people to come in my face with this level of aggression, with this level of hatred, okay, from someone I don't even know, okay, they're a stranger. Okay, I don't expect that, okay, and I don't see why I should expect that, okay. This is what I said to her, okay. So this is the topic, okay, of my life, that no, nobody has to like me, nobody has to like anybody, but the title of my topic is I'm lonely, okay, and people do not like me, okay, for whatever reason. They just don't need a reason. People just do not like me, okay? Whether I go to work, wherever I work, people don't like me at work, okay? If I try to make a friend, they're just smiling in my face. They always have to be condescending or have some mocking comment or have some comment to put themselves up here and to make me feel like down there, you know? I continuously get this from people. And it's something that it's always been there. Only just as I'm getting older, I start to see it more and more and more and more and more, to the point where I'm done. Okay, I'm just done. Okay. So I was talking about how I've only done agency work, and my last position, what I've just had, how I find at the moment I'm just being ignored. And when I have been going in, the thing is, when I go into work, okay, I'll keep my head down, I get on with what I'm doing. Okay, I'll go in, I'll go out, I hardly even speak to anyone. Okay, it's in the university, and I'm finding now when I turn up, I just have all these young students around me. They all think I'm the same age as them. Yeah, the way these funny looks I keep getting all the time from these like college students and these university students, just giving me this look like, what you doing here? What's you here? Just giving me this look all the time. Okay, and then I get the same type of looks from the university lecturers as well. And another thing that happens when I'm sitting in lecture, because I do note taking basically for students in the university, when I'm sitting there always has to be some kind of glitch situation going on. I'm just about to sit down to get on with to do what I'm doing, and all the time there's just something happening. So for example, week before last, I turned up, I sat down in class, and then some fire bell thing was going. Everybody had, all the students, all the teachers, lecturers, we all had to escort the classroom. Then we all had to go down the fire exit stairway. Yeah. Then we all had to turn back. Then we were all halfway up, looking at each other. Are we going this way? Are we going that way? What are we doing? And then we all just basically had to go back up into the classroom. And prior to that, I used to sit in computer technology lecture in the big lecture theatre hall, and similar things was always going on. Just, either the projector kept glitching, or we just had some glitching situation where we all had to like leave the hall and then come back in the building, And I've heard people say, I don't think on social media that everyone's caring so much about you and your social media outlet, because just as much you think people are caring about you, okay, they're caring about themselves, how they're being perceived by other people, okay, and not to think that the whole world revolves around you. But I'm sorry to say, but I do sometimes feel like there's the big conspiracy, where people are living their life as if they're revolving around Marcy Sparks, as if I'm the sun, I'm the centre of the earth, and everything is just revolving around me. I do feel like that. Call me paranoid, right? I really don't care, okay? But it does feel like that, actually. Because everywhere I go, other people start glitching, or the environment and situation starts glitching. I'm fine, I'm being myself, I'm being normal, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm there for what reason, what purpose I'm there for, but then everything around me, people around me, they just start glitching. It really just starts to make me question and wonder. So as I said, I'm on here, I'm talking to my camera, I'm having a rant, okay? There's many gripes that I have, okay? Another gripe that I have, okay? Living in this area where I live, I feel like I'm 45 years old. I feel like I'm around bunch of 20-year-olds going to college and back. Okay, I'm not 20. Okay, I'm not at college. Okay, I was at college how many years ago? 30 years ago. 29 years ago. That's a long time ago. You know, I'm not a college student. But somebody just wants me to be a perpetual student. Just continually studying. I don't want to just continually study for the rest of my life, you know. I need to work. I need to earn money, you know, for my life, to make a life. But I find in this UK culture, this UK country, I'm a single black female, you know, it's like, well, that's my problem. You know, it's my problem. I don't have a job. Yeah, I don't have a man. That's my problem. It's not anyone's problem. That's my problem. Okay, so that's why I'm on here talking to the camera saying, yeah, I'm lonely, yeah, and people do not like me because they don't get it. Okay, I'm trying to get you to get something that you don't get. Okay, people they just don't like me. Okay, they never have liked me. They never will like me. My neighbour doesn't like me. Okay, I don't like my neighbour. Okay, he's not even my neighbour. Okay, there's a Chinese family lives next door to me. Okay, and next door to them, there's a guy. Every day I see him outside walking his greyhound dog. Okay, and I'm about 99% sure it's him who's coming to this property, which has my name on the tenancy. It doesn't have his name on the tenancy, okay? It's got my name on the tenancy, and I'm about 99.9% sure it's him who feels it's his right, it's his duty, he's allowed to just pick my lock, okay, and come into my property. That's where the tenancy is in my name, and then just mess about with my door handles. Okay, I'll show you. They're fixed now because about 5 times I've had to call landlady, yeah, for the estate agency where I live to come and fix these door handles on my door. Yeah, last week this door was completely off the panel because somebody keeps coming in the flat, messing about with door handles, yeah, taking the door handles, yeah, off from the screws here, the screws, yeah, so that the door handle is getting loose, right? 2 times I've come home, I've come into my property, and the door handle, like this, you can see how solid that is, yeah, it's literally snapped. It's literally, yeah, snapped in my hand. It's just fell off, fell to bits, fell to pieces in my hands. Okay, it happened to my front door. I'll show you. Sorry. It happened, right, to my front door, okay, from the outside, okay. It happened to my kitchen door, where the handle literally fell off in my hand. Like, it snapped in 2. Here, it looked like somebody got a sharp object and sliced it down the middle, so that when I pulled it like that, the whole handle just came off like that. And because what happened, because all the screws had come out, one of the times I was in my kitchen, I slammed the door to, and then the door got jammed. I couldn't get out of the kitchen. Okay, and if I didn't have my phone with me, if I didn't have my son with me, I don't know what I would have done, because I would have been trapped in my kitchen, because I live above ground level. So I don't know what I would have done. So as I said, and I think this is my neighbour, okay, who's targeting me. My neighbour who's not even my neighbour. He keeps coming in my flat and doing this, tampering with my door handles, and I think he's doing it to make me feel vulnerable, to make me feel unsafe, to make me feel scared in my own home. I don't know what reason he's doing it, because I don't know who does these type of stupid things, you know, for no reason. I don't bother him, you know, I've never bothered that dude, so I don't know what his problem is. But as I said, I'm not 100% sure that it's him, but I'm about 99.9% sure that it's that dude. And I keep calling him my neighbour. He's not even my neighbour. And the thing is, I can hear, sometimes I'm in my kitchen, I can hear him shouting at his dog, and I can hear everything he's doing, if he's walking around and what he's doing. I don't understand why I can hear everything he's doing when he doesn't even live right next door to me. He lives 2 doors down away from me. That to me just doesn't even make any sense. Why I can hear everything he's doing, but yet the Chinese family that live right next door to me, they're just quiet as a mouse. Okay, so yeah, about 5 times that's happened with my door handles, and I nearly got trapped in my bathroom as well. You know, and like I said, I live above ground level, so anyway, so I've had to call the maintenance dude to come out about 5 times to sort that out. So when I say people don't like me, what I mean is, clearly if someone's targeting you and harassing you in that way, then obviously they don't like you. So this is why I'm doing this live. That's what it's about. Okay, people such as my neighbour who lives 2 doors down away from me is targeting me, is harassing me, is stalking me, and he does not like me. I don't bother him. I'm not interested in him. But for some reason, he's coming in my flat and harassing me. For what reason? Can someone tell me? That I'm living in the UK, and I think people in the UK country, okay, have just got issues. People in the UK, such as my neighbour, who lives 2 doors down away from me, okay, they just got issues. They've got issues in their head, okay, and they're trying to transfer their mental health or the psyche issue onto, they're energetically trying to transfer their issue onto Marcia Sparks, and trying to make it my issue and make it seem as if I have an issue, okay, when I'm not the issue, but they clearly have an issue, okay. I'm not the issue, but they clearly have an issue, okay. So that's my issue. If you don't like somebody, yeah, then just leave them alone. You don't need to go in their flat and tamper with the door handles and target the person and harass the person and stalk the person and cyber stalk the person. If you don't like somebody, then just ignore them. Don't cyber stalk them, yeah, and spy on them 24/7 and then act like, oh no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's just you. You're paranoid. Yeah. So I'm having issues with my phone at the moment because I'm trying to charge my phone and then at the same time. So say hi. Let me know. Are you being harassed? Are you being stalked? Are you living in the UK? Do people like you? Do people not like you? And how is that for you? Let me know. Leave a comment.